Yo, what is going on, guys? Frankietrades here, bringing you another new weekly stock watch list. Before we get started, though, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Helps the algorithm out. And let's go ahead and get started. So, as far as earnings go for this week, there is not much going on. Tech earnings, of course, are right around the corner. We got MU and Costco, really the only stocks that I trade in my watch list. MU being at daily lows or even weekly lows there. I'm not looking at it until after Wednesday, so maybe Thursday after pre-market, I'll be looking at that. And as far as Costco goes, kind of the same thing. Maybe not till Friday pre-market, I'll be looking at that. So pretty slow week, but just remember tech earnings are around the corner, so it could be pretty choppy. It could be volatile. And we also got elections coming up as well. You guys have heard me mention that every week now. So we could expect some choppiness. I haven't traded in a election time in 4 years, obviously since the last election, and I was pretty new back then, so I don't remember too much of how to trade it or how it went, so it'll be pretty much a new experience for me. I'm starting from zero with that, but obviously with more knowledge of what I currently have. So but yeah, let's go into the watch list, which is your guys' favorite part here. So first things first, let's talk about our indexes. First thing is NQ here. Really, only thing I got on NQ is I'm looking at the 200 area. Reason being is you can see how many times we failed to close above that when we did try to make all-time highs here. And then obviously once we did get a solid close above it, we start to see the run there. And then recently on Friday or Thursday-ish, we actually rejected off of the 200 area again. We also have a daily trend line here that gives us room roughly to 2400. That's pretty realistic. So, and then as well, if I go to the 30-minute here, you guys can see this is pretty much almost, at least as far as this flat top goes, it's almost as similar as ES here. We have flat top at 20,080 on NQ, and if I go to ES here, which is what we're going to talk about next, you can see I have a similar flat top there, only on ES, of course, it's a different number. It'll be at 5775 here. After 5775 on ES, I have room up to 5800. All-time high is at 5797, so make do with that information. Nothing to the downside, though. I don't see anything solid or anything really worth looking at to the downside as far as any setup goes. No consolidations, no flat bottoms, nothing. So it's good to keep an eye out for to see if we come back down, what will happen, where we reject from. But for the meantime, I'm going to be focused to the upside since that's where most of these setups are currently happening. So, and then we can go ahead and dive into the watch list. So first things first, I'll talk about Tesla since that's usually the last thing, and this is your guys' favorite stock. Ended up filling most of the gap. If you guys were here last Sunday and were able to catch some of this, leave a comment down below and let me know if you ended up catching this. So it's a pretty big play. I ended up making around, I think, 21%, which isn't the most. It's not the craziest thing in the world, but with how the week was with FOMC and all that other stuff, I just took advantage of the small move instead of the big move, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm scalping at the end of the day, so as long as I'm making 20% of my trades, I'm totally happy with that. So but we still have a little bit of the gap left, starting at 244.50 and then room up to 246.32 with that gap. So I'll be looking to play the high there. If I go to the 30-minute, you guys can see the flat top that we currently have here at 244.50. That's where I'll be looking to enter at, and then probably selling at around 246 where the gap ends. So that is the plan with Tesla. Next up is Meta here. Meta, I don't want to say it's tricky. It was trickier this week because of all-time highs with FOMC and all that other stuff. Really, all I'm looking for Meta is a all-time high break on this at 564. After 564, I'm looking to sell at 565. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on. If I go to the 4-hour here, though, you guys can see that the algo actually painted an indicator that we have been struggling or even riding along with. So that's something to keep an eye out for. This line or trend line started on August 15th. So it's been developing for a while, and you can see how many times we rejected and struggled to be around it. So we have that to make do. Next up is Microsoft, and then I'll leave the best setup for last, just so you guys know. Next is Microsoft. We actually have a gap here. Nothing too crazy, but for a smaller moving stock like this, I think Microsoft has a lot of slower moves in my opinion, unless you're playing morning openings, which is what I do. This isn't something too crazy to write home about, but I liked it enough to put it on my main watch list for you guys, just so we have another stock in our arsenal. So I'll be looking at 442. As you can see, we did break it pre-market. If I go to the smaller time frames, you'll see that, but I would still hold this level pretty relevant at 442 and make that my entry. We are $7 away. Microsoft does move a lot pre-market, so we could always get some sort of gap up, gap down. Who knows what's going to happen, but I think this is something worth to keep an eye out for. 442 with room up to 443 with that dollar gap that we have on there. So nothing too crazy, but it is a setup that I happen to see that I am comfortable taking because these are my kinds of setups. So, and then last but not least, to me, this is actually the biggest setup of the week. It's SMCI. I know you guys probably hate the sound of that, but if I go to the daily here, you guys can see already what I'm talking about. If you're good at charting, or for people who are already experienced, you can see that we're currently in a consolidation. If I go to the 1 hour here, you can see a closer look here. We're currently stuck between 432 and 460. Since we are closer to the upside, that's what I'm going to be focused on. I'll be looking at 460 for a potential breakout along with the market. Now, with the market being at all-time highs, at least as far as ES is, and NQ's kind of lagging behind, and SMCI for where it's at currently, it's obviously still really far away. This splits on October 1st, so we still have, one more week to trade this, another week or two, to take advantage of all this volatility that SMCI provides. But be looking at 460 with room up to 470 on that. You guys have seen before how crazy these SMCI consolidation breakouts can be, even as a breakdown. Maybe we reject that 460 and we come back down to 432 and break down from there. Who knows, right? Our job is to execute with what's presented in front of us. And as of right now, this is closer to 460 than it is to 430. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. So, but yeah, that is about it for the watch list, guys. Made it pretty quick for you guys, for all the TikTok brains out there. No offense, but a lot of you guys don't have the paid. You guys can't pay attention too well anymore. So I got to keep things simple and short for you. But yeah, with that much more being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the watch list. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed any stocks that you guys have on your watch list. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good rest of your week and play it safe and handle it pretty well. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it, and peace out.